So next up, we have a company with a technology that I myself would use, and honestly, that's the measure of a great company for me. When I see a company and I think I want to use this, please give it up for Emily from Soda Crew.
Hello, everybody. Oh, it's bright. So I'm Emily from SodaTransfer. So I'm very excited today to tell you guys about our fintech startup, SodaTransfer, that lets you send money back home to Asia faster, cheaper, and better. Did you know that there are 20 million Asian expats here in the US alone? And together, we're sending $60 billion back home every year, typically in a smaller amounts, but frequently, because we have a very strong culture of giving back to support aging parents, to support education, to help buy real estate, give gifts for weddings and funerals. I'm sure you're as frustrated as I am when it comes to old school international money transfer. It's expensive. You have to stand in the line at the branch, and then when you get to the front, the teller doesn't even understand your accent. And then they sit on your money for 7 days. So we started SodaTransfer. We only take 1.5% of the sending amount, or $5, whichever one is higher, and we make sure your money gets to your family in less than a day. And we're always here to answer your questions in your native language. So how do we do it? We start with pooling, which means we have reservoirs of money in the receiving countries, and then we do bulk transfers to dramatically reduce the SWIFT cost per customer. Down the line, we will do netting, which is another trick to make it faster and cheaper. And of course, we can have a fintech startup without saying blockchain. Yes, we have plans, but in the countries that we operate in right now, we can't legally do that yet, unfortunately. So we prove that there is a strong demand in the Korean community last year in our pilot, in our first corridor. We acquired 14,000 users and transferred more than $15 million in less than a year. So our customers love us. 50% of them, more than 50% of them converted into real paying customers, and 70% of them returned to use our service within 6 months. And we have 600 reviews on Facebook. 92% of them are 5-star reviews, and 98% are 4- and 5-star reviews. So we maintain our service quality and efficiency by only operating in select corridors from one country to another. We started with Korea, and then we will add China and Vietnam this year. And together, this is good for $26 billion transferred C2C per year. So even with our low average fee, you can see that this is a healthy TAM. Early next year, we will add Japan yuan, and we'll expand to Taiwan, Hong Kong, and the Philippines as well. And then that will make our available market size $40 billion per year. And then thanks to Plug and Play and KIC for this opportunity, we've made a new collaboration with a new partner, which allows us to expand our corridors from Australia, Europe, and Canada, which has dense Asian communities. So that will increase our market size to $70 billion. So most of our competitors are traditional, slow, inexpensive, because that is their business model. Well, TransferWise, on the other hand, they operate in the same. They operate mainly in the European corridor, but Asian expats are turning to us because we specialize in the Asian corridors. So we have a great team. Our CEO, Daniel, is in Seoul right now. He's closing a round of investment. That's why I'm here to represent SodaTransfer. So as our dev team, and we have business experts being in charge of different corridors. and we have great advisors. So SodaTransfer is the next big thing, how people send money to Asia. So we are seeking partnerships with licensed financial institutions, with banks, and also fintech advisors. And also we're raising brand awareness among expats. So thank you very much. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. And I'd like to talk to you guys afterwards if you guys have any feedbacks for me. Thank you. Yes.
There it goes. All right. So what is it you see about your business model that you consider as defensible? What is it that, what barriers are there to competition, copying your success, and learning from you're plowing the way. You're the first mover in this area. How do you stop people from copying you?
It is a good, very good question. So our business model is very, very challenging because we are targeting a very regulated region in Asia, for example, in China, and also South Korea and Vietnam. Money can't move out of the country. So if we find a way, if people can find a way, we would like to partner with them. But this is a very difficult field. Yes. Did that answer your question? And also, we need to find licensed partners to work with in each of the corridors. So partnerships are hard to come by, especially in the States. For every state, we are required to have a license in every state. So right now, as mentioned just now, the new partner that we found has license in 48 states. Yeah.
I wanted to compliment you on your presentation.
Thank you very much.
Model of clarity. We understood your value proposition. We understood the pain point. We understood the solution. Like David, I'm a little concerned about your vulnerability to competition, but my question goes to, do you have an exit strategy? Because it seems to me that some much larger player might want to snap you up within a year with your 70% retention levels. Again,
Thank you, Stephanie.
Congratulations.
Thank you, Stephanie. Our exit strategy is to merge with big companies like PayPal, like TransferWise. So there aren't that many companies that are charging customers a mid-market rate. So most of the fintech companies that does cross-border money transfers, they charge customers a percentage, a margin of the currency exchange, and we don't do that. So most companies, they don't want to do that because that's their revenue model. Yeah.
Just want to check, besides the differentiation in terms of specializing amongst Asians, what other differentiating factors do you have against, like, let's say, a competitor like TransferWise?
So TransferWise, they operate primarily in the European market, and they do not provide multilingual UX. So we have so for each of the corridor that we operate in, we have an account manager that's native in that language, and we hire customer service that speaks the language of those people for each of the corridors, yes. So that will be our differentiation, yes. Any other questions? Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.